The annual Consumer Electronics Show or CES has just concluded, and as usual, it showcased a lot of jaw-dropping innovations, out of which many will make it to the marketplace. There have been upgrades in all kinds of electronics like TVs and speakers, but the most noteworthy innovations have been seen on gaming laptops. And looking at some of the laptops at CES, I can say that this year is definitely going to be a good year for laptops. But among them all, I will be talking about some that fascinated me the most. So let's get started. Dell Alienware Area 51M. Laptops getting close to desktops now might seem like an argument, but if you take a look at the Dell Alienware Area 51M, you might agree with me too. The name itself gives you a mysterious vibe, and the laptop offers no less. The machine not only offers the latest and greatest hardware, but also offers modularity. Now let's talk about specs. As far as laptops go, they are available in many different configurations. And the top of the line of this one comes with the desktop CPU from Intel, the i9-9900K, combined with the beefiest graphics, the RTX 2080. And you can cram up to 64 gigs of RAM onto this one. That is by far the most specs you can pack into a laptop as of now, and the Area 51 does it. And it might seem too much of an overkill, but with this you can rest easy for years ahead. In addition, this thing is made more future-proof by its modular design. What I mean is you can change the CPU and GPU according to your gaming needs. Cool, isn't it? As for other aspects, the display is a 17-inch Full HD panel with 144Hz refresh rate with G-Sync optional, which is only natural for a laptop of this caliber. There is also a 60Hz option out there too. But good things come at a price, and the Area 51M asks for a starting price of $2,549, which is not as costly as others, which I will be talking about later in this video. But if this one hits the market on January 29, you should probably start thinking about whether to get it or not. Acer Predator Triton 900. After a brief tease at IFA 2018, Acer's beastie gaming laptop with a beastly hinge made a splash at CES 2019. And even though this is not a very powerful laptop, the unconventional hinge stole the show. Acer calls it Ezel Aero Hinge and is made out of CNC machined aluminium. The purpose of the hinge is not only to make it durable, but provides various modes for usage of the laptop. You can use it as a regular notebook, flip it over and make it an entertainment system, slap it down and use it as a tablet, or use the stand mode for efficient use of the touchscreen for working. All these fancy features might be for naught if the power inside was not up to par. The swiveling hinge supports a 17-inch IPS display with 4K resolution. For performance, it has the 8th generation hexa-core Intel i7-8750H processor coupled with RTX 2080 graphics and supported by up to 32 GB of RAM. And with Acer's 4th generation Aero Blade cooling system combined with Cool Boost technology, the laptop is not just a showpiece. The laptop is very fascinating and tempting, but the price of it is also very fascinating. This 4-in-1 laptop, should you choose to buy it, will cost you a whopping $4,000 when it releases in March. Asus ROG Mothership GZ700GX. Many powerful laptops struggle with thermals, and to solve that very issue, they pack in a lot of cooling system. But the Asus ROG Mothership is built on the concept of Microsoft Surface Pro to tackle that very issue. Just like the Surface Pro, this laptop, if you can call it a laptop, packs in all its components behind the screen while the keyboard is detachable. Why? Well, when all the processing components are behind the screen, which is upright most of the times, the airflow improves substantially and the thermals are kept in check. The Mothership is your definition of desktop replacement, with it behaving like a desktop. The screen has to be supported by a stand all the time, and at 4.7 kgs, it is very heavy to be carried around. This machine packs a Core i9-8950HK processor with RTX 2080 GPU and up to 54 GB of RAM. And like most other laptops in this list, it can also support up to 3 512 M.2 SSDs in RAID 0 array. As for the display, you get a 17-inch Full HD 144Hz display with G-Sync. But even though the keyboard is detachable, the screen is not a touchscreen. This is a bit strange, but this is what it is. As for the detachable keyboard, that is also not an ordinary one. It features perky RGB lighting, and there is a trackpad on the right which doubles as your number pad. And you can attach the keyboard both via wire or wirelessly. As for the price, the Mothership is still shy to reveal it for now. Razer Blade 15 Advanced. The Razer Blade 15 is one of the best gaming laptops since last year, and this year they have made some improvements in the graphical side, making it the advanced Razer Blade 15. Last year's models came with GTX 1060 and 1070 graphics, and this time the Razer Blade 15 Advanced comes with RTX 20 series. You can choose between an RTX 2060, RTX 2070 Max-Q or an RTX 2080 Max-Q configurations as per your gaming needs. Besides this, other things pretty much remain the same, with it packing a 15.6-inch Full HD display and 144Hz refresh rate. You can also opt for a 4K UHD touchscreen with 60Hz refresh rate, and Razer also showed prototypes of a 240Hz display and a 60Hz 4K OLED display, and as interesting as they might sound, they are not going to be available anytime soon. And yes, Razer stuck with the 8th generation i7-8750H processor with 16GB of RAM and up to 512GB of M.2 SSDs. This laptop also supports the Window Hello feature, which is actually the fancy term for face unlock in Windows via an IR camera. For all these upgrades, this slim gaming laptop asks for a price of $2,300 for the base model and will go on sale starting January 29. Asus Zephyrus SGX701. In the sea of bold and muscular laptops, this is another one of the slimmer ones out there. The Zephyrus X GX701 or S17 is the larger variant of the slim Zephyrus S. But there aren't many changes in it apart from larger screen and upgraded graphics. The Zephyrus S17 runs on 8th generation i7-8750H processor upgraded with RTX 2080 Max-Q GPU. It packs 24GB of RAM and 1TB of SSD storage. And all of this is included in a 1.9cm slim chassis, and to battle any kind of thermal issues on such a slim body, Asus has incorporated its proprietary active aerodynamic system with underside vents which lift up while the lid is open to allow better inflow. The laptop packs in two chargers as well, a smaller 65W for when you're traveling and a full-size 230W for when you're gaming. This laptop has a 17.3-inch Full HD 144Hz display with thin bezels. And even while it is a 17-inch laptop, its small form factor allows you to fit it into a bag meant for 15-inch laptops. But with it, gone is the webcam that is now a separate modular unit that users will have to buy. But this is a very small price that users have to pay for this slim gaming laptop. So those were my top picks of laptops at CES 2019. If I missed any of your favorites, do let me know in the comment section below. Till then, I am Pratima Adhikari and thank you for watching.